Hello, my Geminians, Sun, Moon, Rising signs. How are you? This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot, bringing you your June general reading. And then after that, I'll do your love reading for June, okay? Thank you all for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. And thank you all for your subscriptions, your subscribes. And if you've been watching my channel for a few months now, I started on March 14th actually. And if you've been watching it since then and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and continue to thumbs up and like and share your comments with me below this video, okay, if any of this resonated with you. And obviously this is a general reading. There are thousands of people watching these videos, so if you would like a personal reading with me, the information is also below this video in the description box. And those of you who don't want a reading but would still like to support my channel and my work, there is also a PayPal link that goes directly to my PayPal account, and you can donate there. Very appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay, my Geminians, what's going on? What's going on? Well, I've already laid the cards, and yeah, okay. So I'm going to start with the astrology segment. And for those of you that don't want to listen to the astrology, please fast forward. Probably be about 10 minutes. I'm going to try and keep this to one video, but if it goes into 2 videos, please look for the second part, because at the end of the video, oh man, I forgot my glasses. At the end of the video, I'll do a meditation and affirmation specific to the reading, okay, that we can do together. So if someone would be kind enough to timestamp where the tarot portion of this video starts. Okay, Gemini, let's start with your take-homes here. As I mentioned in the May video, we have a grand water trine coming in from the end of May through June. And the water trine energy is very emotional energy that you can tap into. It's spiritual, it's metaphysical, okay? It's water energy that can be very cathartic, where a lot of people will be healing on a deep emotional level. Those situations or emotions that were suppressed and need to come to the light, bubble to the surface, so that they can heal, okay? So everyone's going to be feeling a little emotional this month. For some people, it will be fantastic. It will bring more intimacy into your relationships. Some of you will feel more spiritual, okay, and in touch with spirit. And other people, there may be negative emotions bubbling to the surface. So be careful of that. Don't make it about you. It's people that's going through their own stuff, okay? But because everyone is a little emotional and sensitive, please be careful with your words. And Mercury, the planet of communication, does rule your sign, Gemini. And Geminians are usually pretty diplomatic, okay? So continue to be diplomatic and use your empathy when you see someone's getting a little out of sorts and you're wondering, well, what's that about? It's not about you, okay, Gemini? It's people that are healing and transmuting their own energies, okay, at this time. Also, this Jupiter trine is going to affect your 6th to 10th houses, Gemini. So this should be really great for work, for career. You should see an abundance, an increase in money, gifts. There'll be healing, because the water energy is very cathartic. Your intuition is just going to be on point. You'll get insights, you'll get epiphanies, okay? And someone may even be returning, some of you may be returning to something from the past, okay? And also a take home is avoid clashes of the ego, okay, or people that just get into this dogmatic opinions, okay. Just avoid that, whether that be you or someone you're talking to, dealing with. And Gemini, think things through thoroughly before you make any decisions, before you do things. Now, the planet of communication governs your sign, so you should be very good at that, okay? But because of all the water trine energy and Neptune, people might be a little foggy, a little confused, a little emotional. So think things through thoroughly, pay attention to detail, and that is coming up in your cards as well. Okay, and also be very diplomatic in your conversations. I think I already said that. And there is a caveat not to be too generous with your money, and don't trust people that you do not know very well, okay? But Venus is going into your second house, so you should be and oh, happy birthday, Gemini. This is your birthday period as well. So you should be receiving gifts and money, and you may even come across a money-making opportunity, a way to increase your income, okay? But yeah, the caveat here is do your research, do your due diligence, Gemini, and don't get, when it comes to your finances, and don't get carried away with emotion, okay? So on the 13th, you have the new moon in your sign. So this is the start of a new cycle for you. This is the start of your new year, Gemini. So make a wish, and any self-doubt that's been plaguing you, release it, let it go. Okay, this is a new year, new beginnings. You know, it's in your first house, so you may even do a makeover. You know, rejuvenate yourself, go to the gym or change your diet. You might go vegan, whatever it is, okay? Yeah. And on the 14th, you have Venus joining your third house of communication. So that's going to be fantastic for networking, for writing, for sharing information, and for studying, for those of you that are taking up a new course of study, or for those of you that are in school or college, okay? Great time, tap into that energy, the middle of the month, great time for studying, for learning, and for communications, and for networking, okay? And with your groups, your friends. And on the 22nd, again, your financial house is being lit up, okay, for finances. So this month you should be very good with your finances coming in, but manage your finances well, okay? You know, save for a rainy day, do your budget, that type of thing. And on the 28th of the month, we have a full moon in Capricorn, which is governed by Saturn, okay? And there's an angle to Pluto in your 8th house. So that's other people's money. That could be loans, mortgages, remortgages, social security, pension, insurance. It could be anything to do with shared resources, okay? So full moons are culminations as well. So you may be closing a cycle and starting a new cycle as regards to money and joint refinances. And then we have the Leo in the North Node, or North Node in Leo. There's going to be a Venus-Mars opposition. So Venus is yin, Mars is yang. Okay, Venus is passive, Mars is proactive, more aggressive. So you may find that, don't get into power struggles, okay, in relationships or in your relationships, because Venus and Mars may have a problem in how they relate to each other, how they communicate with each other. So try and be very diplomatic, okay, Gemini, and stay away from opinionated and dogmatic situations, okay? So that's it. I'm not going to go too much into that. I think I've given you your take-home points there. So let's start your reading. So you start out, Gemini, with I really should have found my glasses before I started this reading. You start out with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now the Knight of Swords in reverse in the center of your reading, I don't like that, I'm sorry. The Knight of Swords is usually someone on a mission. They usually speak the truth, but their truth can be a bit brash and harsh, okay? And it's in reverse, so be careful to avoid arguments. Or this can also be someone just really having to press their point in a way that it could be the truth, but in a way that could be hurtful. But in reverse, this poor person may also be bending the truth. It may not be totally the truth, okay, to get their point across. Yeah, be careful of arguments, okay? And yeah, this person may be bending the truth. It may not be totally, all of it may not be true, okay? There could be someone bending the truth. There could be someone straight up lying, okay? And then, so this is your sign. There is a lot of air in here. You are air, Gemini, as well as Libra and Aquarius. So you may have a lot to do with Librans and Aquarians this month. And crossing you, we have the Death card, which is Scorpio, and we have the Seven of Swords, which is the sneaky card. So here, all over your spread here, I'm seeing sneakiness. I'm seeing someone that's trying to get away with something, someone that's not being totally honest, okay? Because they're trying to prevent change. They're trying to prevent a transition, some type of transition, okay? And here we have a dashing young Knight of Cups that may be coming in to offer you, you know, an emotional connection, okay? Or to take you out on a date or a relationship. And I do hope that this dishonesty doesn't have to do with this person that's coming in, okay, Gemini? And then we have the Page of Swords. This is someone that's very studious, very diligent. This is someone that's very thorough, detail-oriented, that collects data, does their research, and is very thorough. Okay, so you may have someone also that may be investigating you, checking you out on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, whatever you guys use, okay? But whoever this is, and this could be you, Gemini, that's been very thorough and detailed, and I'm glad to see, this is in the recent past, and I'm glad to see this because it came up in your astrological portion, that being very detailed oriented and thinking things through is called for this month, okay? Crowning you, you have the Ace of Wands. So you're really thinking about a new, fresh start, rejuvenating yourself, rejuvenating a situation, maybe a creative endeavor, okay? But in your near future, we have the Ten of Wands. So this is someone that's a bit stressed out. They feel as though they've got so many responsibilities. But this is a 10, so you're at the end of a cycle. And all of those wands on his back or her back are the lessons that this person has learned along their journey. So you'll be ending a cycle and starting a new cycle, taking the lessons into the new cycle with you, Gemini. And how you see yourself is a Strength in reverse. So you're kind of lacking a little bit of confidence right now, Gemini. I'm not sure why. You need to stand in your truth. Someone here is not standing in their truth, they're lying. Someone's not being honest. You're either lying to yourself, Gemini, or someone is lying to you. or someone's afraid to speak their truth. They're not standing in their power. They're afraid to speak their truth, okay? And it could be you fear some type of someone in authority, okay? There's someone here or an establishment or an institution where you feel that you cannot speak your truth. This can also be a father figure, it can be a parent, it can be an institution like a school or a college, okay? This can be someone who's an Aryan. This can be some type of large structure, government, but somehow here you kind of feel this is something with a lot of structures, rules and regulations. Something that you feel is bigger than you, more powerful than you, and you're afraid to stand in your truth and speak your truth, okay? And in the near future, it's making you feel trapped all up in your head with negative thoughts, Gemini. And it looks as though you stand at a crossroads to make a decision, okay? And this decision could have something to do with income, money, abundance, and financial and material security, okay? And but you do not want to work too hard for it. You want to have fun. It doesn't work like that, always work like that, Gemini. But hey, it's your birthday month. Anything is possible, huh? Anything's possible. It's a new year for you. Okay, so let's confirm some of these cards. And at the bottom of this deck, we have the Hermit. So if you remember in May's reading, we were talking about Sagittarius, and for you guys it's really going to be about spirituality. You really need to tap into your spirituality and your emotions at a deeper level and get out of your head. You're too much in your head. You're frightening yourself to death, okay? You may not even be socializing with friends too much at this time. You may feel that you just want to isolate yourself more and just be in tune and in touch with your spirit and your higher guidance so that you can shine a light on those areas that need clarity or that need to be healed, okay? Yep, you've got the Page of Swords again. So this is definitely, could be a student. This is someone that really, they're inexperienced. But they're courageous. You see how this person is holding the sword in their hand. They're ready to fight, but they're really not even sure how to use the sword right now. But they are ready to stand up for justice and for truth. But they're inexperienced, okay? And there is a lack of cooperation here with a group of people or with someone, I don't know. So, yep, it looks as though you're going back to something. Who else had this? I think I had this in the weekly reading. You're going back to something. Wow, wow, wow. 6 of Swords in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse. You should be coming up towards, there's something that's trying to transition in your life, to transition out of your life, but you're not ready to do that. And it looks as though you may be going back to something that you had left previously because there may have been conflict, it was unemotionally fulfilling. But because, Gemini, you're trying to stop this inner transition, it looks as though you may be trying to go back to something, and it could have been a situation where there were trust issues in the past, or it could be for some of you, or it could be for some of you that you're trying to go back to a situation, but you might be being sneaky about it. Okay, or you could be leaving one sneakily or quietly leaving one, sneaking out of one situation and going back to another situation. Okay, And because you have a Cups card at your foundation, it may have something to do with a relationship. But whatever it is, you're afraid to speak your truth. Okay? And it does look as though that there will be a renewal in a situation. Okay? This sneaky card. What's going on here? Seven of Swords for Gemini. This one's trying to come out. The Page of Pentacles, confirming the sneaky card. It looks as though you may be turning down an offer, but you may not be telling the person or the situation or the institution or the job or something that you're going to be turning down an offer, or someone is going to be turning down your offer, but they're being sneaky about it. And you may be turning down an offer because you're going back to something else, or you're going back to someone else. Or it could be that someone may be offering you what could be a stable relationship, a job or something like that, but someone's going to turn it down. Because it could be that you don't trust the situation, or you don't trust the person or the job or the school or whatever it is, okay? So the person that is coming into your life, this is a Queen of Wands, or this person is already in your life. It's a Queen of Wands, okay? This can be male or female. This is a fire sign, so we have Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay? But this is someone that's full of energy, they're inspiring, they're motivated, they inspire others. Okay, this could be a very inspirational love, a very inspirational connection. This can be a sister, it can be a friend, a sibling, or it can be a parent, okay? And there's a beautiful connection there in your foundation. Okay, the Ace of Wands, what's being renewed here? And please remember to like the video. If you're still watching it, like it right now. And any of you that haven't subscribed, please subscribe, okay? Because I know I've watched videos and I've really enjoyed them, and I've got so involved with the video that I forgot to like. So I know how that goes, okay? So it's just a friendly reminder. And also remember, if this is resonating with you, just to put your comments below. So there we have the World in reverse. So absolutely, Gemini, it looks like you guys are going back to an older situation, and you're going to revive that. That situation is going to be revived because there's unfinished business. There may need to be some healing, closure to close out this cycle, okay? Why is a Strength card in reverse? Why is Gemini feeling a lack of confidence? Why can't Gemini stand in his or her power and speak his or her truth? What's going on? This is the Leo card. King of Cups. I strongly feel, first of all, that there may be a father figure affecting this situation, okay, of you feeling that you cannot speak your truth, Gemini. If it's not a father figure, it could be a counselor, a therapist, it could be someone in authority, but someone that's very nice, someone where there is a connection, okay? And for others of you, you do have a strong connection, emotional connection with this person. They're very nice and they're very supportive to you. This can be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, male or female. What's stressing Gemini out? But don't worry, Gemini, you're coming to the end of the cycle, but it looks as though you're going to repeat a cycle, or you're going to go back to something that was unresolved, that was unfinished. And when you go back, it may be to get more understanding, more clarity, and to heal. Maybe this is what needs to happen for you to heal from whatever happened in that situation, okay? Queen of Swords, yeah. You're stressed out. You need clarity. You need clarity. There may be someone around you trying to help you to get clarity, and to look at the situation more logically. Or there could be someone around you that it's just someone around you that is stressing you out because they are very judgmental. They have their opinion about things, of what's right, what's not right, what's just, what's not just. But this is a very fair person. This person upright is very fair. And they will use that sword to cut through fog and cut through confusion to get clarity, okay? So this person may actually help you. And this is also another air sign. You have a lot of air here. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius may help you to relieve your burden, relieve your stress. Or it could be that this person around you, for some of you, is creating the stress. I haven't decided yet. So what's going on? There's confusion here. The Ace of Swords in reverse. What's going on here? Someone is not telling the truth about something. And that's another thing. The Queen of Swords gets to the bottom of things to find out the truth. So if you're not being honest, Gemini, maybe this is why you feel stressed out, because this person will not stop until they get to the truth. Because they're about truth and justice, okay, and fairness. And you can't resolve a situation if you don't have the correct data and information, okay? So why is this? Some of you may be turning to a lawyer to get some help in and clarity in a situation, okay? Or a friend that's very analytical and logical. Yeah, you got the Page of Swords come up again. I thought this had come up before. Oh, this was at the bottom of the deck before. You had the Page of Swords here and the Page of Swords here. So someone is not telling the truth, or someone doesn't have all the information they need to make a resolute decision. So Gemini, you are being called You are being called to really do your due diligence. The Page of Swords has comes up twice, and someone may be watching you. Some of you may be in school. Your teachers, may be watching you to make sure that you have all the information, the data that you need to be able to complete your schoolwork. Okay. You need to be detail oriented and do thorough research. Read the small print. Don't just make a decision without thinking it through thoroughly. And this came up in your astrology, because it looks as though you're thinking about going back to a situation here that you left. Okay. For some reason, the transition was blocked because there's trust issues. Someone wasn't being honest. It looks as though some of you are maybe going back to heal a situation or to get more clarity on the situation of why it happened. Who else had that? I think this came up in the weekly reading, actually, the general weekly reading for everybody. This may have come up in the Leo reading as well. Who is this Emperor? This is the last card that I'm going to clarify. Who is this Emperor? This is a structure, rules, regulations. This is a patriarch. Big institutions. An established situation. What is this coming up in Gemini's hopes and fears? Could be the government too. Yeah. There is something. You see, you also have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there's something keeping you up at night where you can't sleep, and it has something to do with an authority figure or a large institution, the government, okay, or someone that you feel has much more power than you, okay, that makes you feel powerless, okay, where you feel afraid or intimidated to speak your truth, Gemini. So, I'm not seeing a lot of pentacles in here, so I'm not even sure if this has anything to do with work. So the Emperor is confirmed by the Four of Wands, the Four of the Four of Swords in reverse. You're all in your head. You're not at peace about a situation, okay? So This is what you need to do, Gemini. You need to find peace. You need to connect to, you're too much in your head. Air, 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 air. Too much in your head, Gemini. Yes, you do need to think things through. You do need to use your due diligence before you make any, you know, with your schoolwork or at work or with your finances, doing your budget, or, you know, before you make any big important decision. However, you do need to just tap into this Sagittarius energy that's in your 12th house of spirituality. Tap into the emotions, you know, from the grand water trine, from, well, it won't be grand for you, water trine that everybody is experiencing, so you can just connect to your emotions and just find peace. Peace. Shed a light on those areas of confusion and darkness and just rest in it and just find peace. Okay, now I'm a plonker. Now, you know I can't read these tiny words in this book right without my glasses. So, I'm not going to be able to read the whole thing with you, the whole definition with you, regrettably. But we can do the affirmation together. Me trying, and the light is not very good in here either. Me trying to decipher those tiny words would just be too painful, and it will mess up the flow of the meditation. So therefore, let's just spare ourselves that. And let's just go straight to the affirmation. And next time I have to remember my glasses for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? These cards are energy oracle cards from Sandra Ann Taylor. Okay. And I'm also using tarot cards from Sarah Marchetti and the After Tarot. One more time. What guidance does Gemini need to know? Blossoming in abundance. Okay, Scorpio got the same card. Okay, so blossoming, adjacent possibilities. Yeah, there are lots of possibilities and opportunities opening up for you, Gemini. Okay, so blossoming abundance is akin to the Empress. This is a card of abundance. Beautiful card. And blossoming. So connect to this energy and get out of your head. Okay, you do have people around you that are very loving, that care about you. Okay, there are loving connections here. You're going back to something because you're trying to avoid transition or transformation, or it may be that you're not trying to avoid